Well, hello lads. I welcome you all to a new video. We are continuing off from last time, which was, well, Atazoth's mental breakdown after Monika's suicide. Great start, innit? So yeah, let's get onto it. The sounds of footsteps rushing towards me become blurred as my mind spirals out of control, all whilst my sobbing starts to verge on screaming. I try to fill my mind with the time Monica and I shared, but the fact I'll never be able to see her again keeps forcing itself to the forefront of my head. I already knew about the first time she had considered this, but never in a million years did I think she would go through with it. I can only find myself asking, why? What was going on back home that made her think that this was her one and only option? Why didn't I notice anything wrong with her sooner? I keep telling myself that there is some way I could have prevented this. But how could I if I was completely oblivious to just how much she was suffering? And now? Now I'm on my own. Now I'll never get to hold her in my arms again. All my dreams and hopes for our future, I can just chuck them away now. She's gone. She's never coming back. And worst of all, I never even got the chance to say goodbye. That was up. Act 3 touch. Echoes Act 3 reference. I lay sprawled out on my bed. Once again I wake up in a cold sweat. Another night, another nightmare. It's been the same since the night I lost her. That being said, I didn't even sleep that night, not that it's been any easier since then. All I see when I close my eyes is just her calling my name, asking me why I wasn't there. I wasn't even there when it happened, yet my mind still finds a way to remind me. Jesus Christ Almighty. I try to sleep again, but I'm restless. Rather reluctantly, I get out of bed. I struggle to find an ounce of motivation to do anything. Like, Jesus Christ, Atazoth, you're fucked up. Like, damn. And I don't blame you, like, Jesus. However, I then hear a knock at the door. I grab my phone from the side of my bed and turn on the screen to see what day is it. It's Friday. Before I get dressed though, I take a good long look at my lock screen. There, behind my recently cracked screen, is the girl I'll never forget. But as much as never want to forget her, I can't say her name without getting caught in my throat. I brush my thumb against one of the cracks, breathing gently out of my nostrils. I wish I could turn back time. I wish I could see her again. With a sigh, I rest my phone on my drawers and head downstairs. I fumble with the keys, but I'm eventually able to unlock the door. Aside from the downpour of rain, I can spot a familiar bound of coral hair. Hey, come inside. I open the door a little further and let Sarah inside. Sarah carefully closes the door. Hey yo, new outfit. It's been a while since she came over. You're looking rough. I don't have an answer for that. I can't recall the last time I looked at myself in the mirror. How's everything back at school? I hadn't been to school in 2 weeks. It didn't take long for news of what happened to reach the school. It eventually got to the point that I had a full-blown panic attack because people wouldn't stop asking me about her. Wouldn't surprise me if some people thought I'd suffered the same fate. It's been alright, kinda. We're still trying to process the everything. I nod. We've been worried about you, Atazoth. You've not been the same. Hell, we've barely even seen you since then. I pinch the bridge of my nose and shake my head. She's got more than enough to worry about already. I don't need to add myself to the list. I'm trying to be here for you. I plant my forehead against the wall and slowly breathe. Sorry. Sarah then comes up behind me and pats my back. I know you're hurting, so I'm not gonna hold it against you. But I am gonna try to be here for you as much as I can. I look back at her and smile weakly. Thanks, Sarah. You don't need to thank me. I hope. Please, don't end up like exit music MC. I don't want another double suicide. That would be unfortunate. I'll never understand how Sarah has put up with me all these years. But I'm glad that she's around. Sarah then takes her phone out of her jacket pocket. I only. I know I only just got here, but I gotta get going. Alright, Sarah. If you want, I can always come over after school to keep you company until my parents get back. Of course, if you want me to. I mean, with tomorrow being the day of the funeral, I could do with all the company I need. Yeah, I'd like that. I'll see you later then. I force a smile. Yeah, see you then. Sarah beams before leaving. As soon as she leaves, though, I find myself alone again. Alone with my thoughts. Maybe I can use this time to get some writing done. I might not be currently going to school, but I am still a part of the literature club, let alone one that was run by my girlfriend. It's really the least I can do. I don't want to let her down again now, do I? The school day drags on until the final bell rings. I then came to the clubroom to see both Natsuki and Yuri waiting for me. As soon as we step in, we do what we've been doing for the past 2 weeks. Natsuki started reading on her own. Sarah sat on a desk. Sarah, fucking hell, I cannot read. Yuri sat on a desk close to the window, gazing out at the rain. And I'm just sitting at the front, completely clueless on what to do. I guess it's Sarah, so I should be a more lighter voice. I did consider putting the club on an indefinite hiatus not long after I found out about what happened to Monika, but I personally felt that keeping the club going would be what she would have preferred. She always she always she always said she wanted the club to continue after we were gone. It would be a bit of a disservice if we were to abandon what we all had worked on for so hard. Still though, I'm heartbroken that she's gone. We all are. And at the same time, we're all concerned about what Atazoth might do. Natsuki can still hear his screams from that day. Yuri for a time thought she had something to do with it. Eventually though, Natsuki told her everything that Atazoth had told her, and I'm simply worried that he might completely snap. I desperately want to give him the benefit of the doubt and tell he'll recover, but I can't be too sure, especially with tomorrow looming. Figuring I should at least keep myself active, I go to see if either of the girls want to talk. I approach Natsuki only to notice the small white earbuds she's wearing. Instead, I pull out a chair and sit in front of Yuri. You okay, Yuri? Um, I'm doing okay. I could be doing better, but I'm okay. She smiles warmly and I smile back. I'm glad to hear that. The grammar though, like, if the Within devs ever watch this, I know they watched one episode with the, like, it's, I'm enjoying the mod, but the grammar, Jesus, please. Who? It's sometimes hard, but it's not the worst. It could be definitely worse. Can I ask you... Well, wrong voice. Can I ask you something, though? Of course, sir. How's Atazoth been? I know it's out of me to ask, but I know you two are close, so I just thought. Plus, he may or may not have been on my mind lately. I think for a bit. Out of everyone, Yuri's been the one that has at least the amount of contacts since yet. Speech impediment. Yuri has been the one that had the least amount of contact with Atazoth since he had stopped coming in. I know him and Yuri had a bit of a close-ish friendship, so I'd feel wrong about leaving her in the dark. Atazoth's doing alright, but I'm worried about tomorrow. As am I. I can't imagine it's going to be easy. Like, I know us three are going there to support him, but is that going to be enough? Yuri looks out the window once more. I reach out and rest a hand on her wrist. You said he was on your mind, right? She nods. I know it's not the right time to ask, but do you still like him? Like, in that way? She goes crimson. I rest a hand on her shoulder. I'm going to sound selfish. I quickly look towards Natsuki. She's still reading and listening to her music, and then look back to face Yuri. Yuri, this is just between us, just like when you told me. I promise I won't judge. Yuri sighs. Well, yes, but I know I could never replace Monika. There was part of me that was jealous at first, yes, but I eventually realized that the connection they had was something else. The love they had for each other meant a great deal to them. It's rare to see that sort of connection come naturally, like it did with them. She thinks for a moment. I know I could never replicate what they had, let alone replace it. And even if I could, I wouldn't want to. But I still want to see him happy. Is what Monica would have wanted. I give you a teary-eyed smile. It is, yeah, it is. It's what we all want. I get up and start to walk back to the front desk. However, I then hear a knock at the door. That's odd, we don't usually get visitors. It's open! The door clicks open. Ryuji and Kaho what? Silently walk in. I've seen Kaho around a few times, mostly because Monika was in the council with her. As for Ryuji, I've really only seen him around either Atazoth or Kaho, I can't really say I know him that much. Hey, so, you haven't seen Atazoth lately, have you? I saw him this morning. I don't know if he's on about coming back into school anytime soon, though. Why do you ask? Ryuji raised his eyes. It's probably best if the Kaho explains, I turned to her. I know it might seem sudden, probably even a bit much, but the student council and myself are working with the school to hold a memorial for Monika. We've been planning it since last week, and we were wondering if Atazoth wanted to say a few things. My mouth partially hangs open. In the corner of my eye, I see Yuri looking over at us. She looks concerned. My eyes dart between Kaho and Ryuji in slight confusion. When's the memorial planned for exactly? For Monday, if I remember right. Ryuji looks back at me with sorrow in his eyes. Feeling frustrated, I intentionally raise my voice. The funeral's tomorrow. That's gonna be hard on him as is. I can't imagine him wanting to talk about it to the whole school. I don't lower my voice. He can't even say her name without getting upset. The rhyme is the rhyme. Atazoth, please learn to speak. The room is silent after I say that. Well, silent besides the faint music coming from Natsuki's earbuds. Ryujin then turns to Kaho. Come on, let's just go. Kaho nods and they start right out. Before they leave though, Kaho stops by the door to speak to me. Sorry, is it? I nod. If you do see Atazoth later at all, could you let him know about what's happening on my dam? And maybe... Kaho, please don't force her to get him on board. He's been through enough already. Ryuji backs out as soon as he spoke out. Kaho simply sighs regretfully. Sorry, I'll be right out. She rushes out, presumably after Ryuji. I just return to the front desk. As I tap my fingers rapidly on the wooden top, I debate whether or not to end today a little earlier than usual. Screw it. I get up and go towards Yuri. A delightful drink. Okay, this is a gloomy episode, Jesus. Truly depressing. Hey, sir. What's up? I was gonna end today's meeting a little early. Ah, understandable. Yuri collects her things and goes out to walk out. What? Before she does though, she turns to say one last thing to me. Let Atazoth know that I hope he's alright. I nod and I smile at her. I will do. After my reassurance, Yuri quietly exits and I let to go Natsuki now. I tap her shoulder and she pulls out her earbuds out. Huh? Natsuki looks around the room only to realize we're the only ones left. I ended the session a bit earlier. Did I miss anything? You remember Kaho from the student council, right? Sorta, yeah. Well, she said the school's planning a send-off for Mone. I decided to leave out that she was wanting Atazoth to say a few words. Ah, that's gonna be fun. I go to get my jacket and bag before returning to Natsuki. I'm gonna be visiting Atazoth. I was wondering if you wanted to come with. Why not ask Yuri? Jesus, that's... Poor Yuri. Of course I do. I've not seen him since his panic attack. And I can't even get that night out of my head and those screams. Natsuki stops her. How much did he scream? Like, Jesus, she's talking like she saw a fucking village get burned down. Seeing the villagers burning and screaming in pain. Like, Jesus. I feel sorry for Atazoth. Like, even more. I rest a hand on Natsuki's shoulder. You wanna talk about on the way to his? Natsuki nods, simply wiping her eyes. Why am I adding simply Jesus? I'll try to. Natsuki gets her stuff and we finally walk out of the club room. I wake up on my desk. I must have dozed off again. I check the time. It's 5 to 4 in the afternoon. They should be about to finish at club about right now. Guess I should prepare for a serious visit. Sluggishly I get up from my desk chair and head to the bathroom. I quickly splash my face with a bit of warm water. After drying myself, I look at myself in the mirror. Christ, Sarah wasn't kidding. I do look rough. I run my hand over my mouth and my slowly developing stubble brushing against my fingers and palm. As I do, my thoughts take a hold of me. Why are you still here? There is nothing left here for you. You're just dragging everyone else down with you. Atazoth, please do not kill yourself. I do not want another exit music moment, please. I close my eyes tightly to attempt to block out the voices. Sare, Natsuki, Yuri, Mamoru, your own damn mother. You're just leading them on until the inevitable. I slam my fist on the counter and open my eyes. My breath and my hands are shaky. My thoughts are getting worse each day. Mom's already put a referral in me for me to see a therapist. Thank goodness there's a rational parent in DDLC. Jesus. God only knows how long I'll be waiting though. I'm then brought back to reality by the knocking at the front door. After collecting myself, I head downstairs. I unlock the door and let both Sarah and Natsuki in. Before I can say anything though, Natsuki just comes up to me and hugs me tightly. Hey Natsuki. I missed I cannot do the voice on fucking sweet stuff, Jesus. I missed you. She's straight to the point. I look straight into her pink eyes. I missed you too. How's you and your dad been? Natsuki releases me. I mean, Dad's been fine. He's been checking in with Mom to see if you and her are alright. And as for me, honestly, I'm still worried about you. I reach around and pat Natsuki on her back. Nat, I'm doing okay. I'm still here, aren't I? Maybe a bad choice of words, but sure. Natsuki looks away, unsure what I just said. It doesn't take me too long to realize the implications of my sentence. I'm just gonna get some water. I quickly rush to the kitchen. I grab a glass near the sink, fill it, and quickly gulp down the water. Once again, my breathing is shaky. I've gone from overthinking everything I say to speaking without even taking a single second to process it. Fucking terrific. I turn my head to see Sarah having just walked into the kitchen. Hey, I smile weakly. Hey, how are you? You know me. Same old, same old. I also wanted to say hi and hope you're okay. I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm 100% okay, but I'm fine. I attempt to smile again. Besides, I'll see you tomorrow at the funeral. At the funeral. Ah, yes, the funeral. My favorite activity. I struggled to even say that last part without choking up. The last funeral I went to was my biological dad's, and then that was 7 years ago. And now tomorrow I have to go to Monica. Tears start to trickle out of my eyes, and I'm covering my face with my hand and having a light cry to myself. So I rushes over and wraps an arm around me. That only causes me to cry more. I try to speak, but my voice is strained. Why am I like this? I just want to hold her again. I just wish I could her voice. I could hear her voice and tell her how much I love her again. I want to feel her warmth again. I envelop Sarah in my arms and almost fall to my knees as a result. I just want her back, Sarah. I just want her back. My last sentence comes out as a strained whimper, and now I can bring myself to say the name that's been on the tip of my tongue for what feels like forever now. I can hear Natsuki coming into the room. It doesn't take her long to join Sarah in holding me. They shouldn't be wasting their energy on me like this. It's like they're carrying a dead weight. In time, they'll let me go and I stand up. Sorry about that, I didn't mean to break down. Breakdown? Is that a JoJo reference? The song? I'm sorry. Bloody hell. It's gonna be hard, we know. But we're gonna be here for you. But you shouldn't be. I slide my hands into my pockets. I know John just arrived, but I'd like some time alone. Just to mentally prepare for tomorrow, you know? Both girls look downcast. Eventually, though, Natsuki sighs and looks back up at me. You promise I'll see you tomorrow? I nod and look down at the ground. Of course, yeah. Really Oh, thank God. I thought he meant to Natsuki, but he means to Monika, right? It's rare the one chance I actually have to say goodbye to her. I know tomorrow's going to bloody kill me, but I've got to do it for her. I'll see you tomorrow, Nat. After saying bye to Sarah, Natsuki quietly leaves, giving me one more worried glance as she does. There is something I should tell you before I go. Kao came looking for you today. She did. Sarah nods. The school's planning a memorial for Monday. My chest tightens and my eyes widen slightly. Right, my eyes are darting all around the place. Before I can start getting too erratic though, Sarah comes up to me and wraps her arms around my wrists. I'm not gonna pressure you into coming in that day. I just thought it'd be best to let you know. Sarah then gives my wrist a gentle squeeze. However, despite Sarah's intentions, I wince a little. Atazoth? They'll heal. Atazoth, we talked about you doing this. Sarah. They'll heal, okay? My man, did you try to slit your wrist? Jesus, my wrist almost breaks. I started only a few days after she passed and it's already become a crutch. Just go, Sarah. I'll be fine. Sarah takes a step away from me and looks away. There is silence between us. I can't imagine what she could possibly be thinking right now. Disappointment? Possibly frustration? Something else? Who knows at this point? It's not like I could exactly blame her anyway. I'll see you tomorrow, Atazoth. She leaves without another word. I am again left with only my thoughts and the pattering of the rain outside. I head back down upstairs and return to my desk. Resting my balled fist on the side of my head, I rack my brain for an idea what to do. I take a look at the scattered cheese littered around the table. Nothing but a bunch of barely legible scribbles. I breathe slowly as I lower my hands onto the table. I then grab a hold of a loose sheet of paper and my pen. Breathing slowly, I begin to write. Not a suicide note, not a suicide note, please! It's a poem, thank God. With you, the cloudy grey skies hover over us. We all stand there, clad in dark and sullen. The mutual morning silence is the only thing shared between everyone here, between you and I. You, the girl I couldn't save. You, the girl who meant more to me than anyone ever could know. You, the one I love with all my heart. You love me too. Yet now hearing your name only hurts. Oh no. With you I felt complete. Without you I've succumbed to defeat. With you I rode the emotional high of my life. Without you both my heart and soul only know strife. And now as I look down at the earth where you now reside, I only have one wish. To be buried under the earth with you. Please don't kill yourself, Atazoth. Please don't. The funeral. The day of the funeral is a chilly one. Oddly so for the middle of summer, but it suits in a weird sense. Despite everyone that was still there, I still felt like it was like I was on my own. I just sat still the entire time. Both friends, family, and even some of extended family gave me their condolences, but it all just sinks in. I don't respond to any of it, aside from giving a nod or two. Being here feels like I'm suffocating. But I promised myself that I'd be here, if not for myself, then for her. Hours pass by, each seemingly stretching longer than the last. My eyes lock onto her casket. It was an open casket funeral, so I was able to see her before I sat back down. As soon as I saw her there, though, my heart sank to the depths of my chest. Just seeing her there, the love of my life, just lying there, cold, lifeless. Yet her face bears a pained expression, just another reminder of that day. Eventually the casket is closed. It then starts to be lowered, and lowered, and lowered, and lowered, until she becomes one with the ground. As soon as they start refilling the hole with dirt, I look down at the ground and bite down the insides of my bottom lip. Alright, to interrupt this moment. Oh, it's 22 minutes, so we have to end it anyways. Shall I do a more light-hearted thing or not? You know what? Let's stretch it out to 25 minutes. Why not? I'm trying my hardest not to cry. The last thing I want to do is cause a scene at my girlfriend's funeral. I wouldn't be able to forgive myself if I did. Soon enough, everyone starts to disperse. Everyone, except me. I just remain sat, staring across towards her gravestone. Once everything clears up, Mom does come up and ask if I want her to stay with me for a bit longer. I simply shake my head. I'll be fine. It'll just be like a moment with her. Mom shows a bit of reluctance, but eventually says she'll wait for me in the car. As she leaves the cemetery, I get up and slowly walk towards the stone slab. I soon stop still in my tracks and look down. The first thing I notice is a text that has been delicately engraved onto it. Monika Hirai, 22nd of September 1998, 6th June 2017. Beloved daughter, granddaughter, and a friend. My eyes flicker across the eulogy until they meet what lies at the very bottom of it. Behind a small glass panel there's a picture of her, the girl who currently resides under the ground on which I stand. She's smiling in that picture, which looks to be from her 18th. What I'd give to see that smile again, to hear her laugh again, to feel her warmth again. What I'd give to hold her again, to see her again, to see. Okay, that's heavy. You know what? We'll end it here. Not gonna do a funny haha thumbnail this time. Cause, yeah, it's a sad moment. Let's keep the sadness. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Press like, comment, subscribe. Recommend me to your friends. And I'll see you all later. Bye bye.